since I saw you walk away from me. I didn't know the way and I didn't have the words to speak. But all I knew was Dad is gone. Now we're not going home ever again.
Dad is gone.
And he's not going home ever again.
Hello, everybody. Welcome.
Hello.
To episode 12 of the Boicast.
Episode 12. Whoa.
Yeah. At our new scheduled time of 6 p.m. on Thursdays.
Whoa.
Because
Excuse me.
What?
We scheduled a new time? What was that for, Scottscy?
Because we can't get shit done. Well, it was more of a case of like, it's still early days of the podcast. We're trying to figure out like a perfect schedule for it all. So Tuesday was like just a placeholder. It was just like what day are we doing it? And I just went Tuesday. It was like, all right, go. That was it.
Yeah.
But now it was 2 weeks in a row that we were both sort of swamped and couldn't get things out on time. So we decided, why don't we move it back Thursday? We'll still plan to record the same days we normally did. So that gives us those extra days to get shit ready. So
exactly.
That's
what
what
you
I
see,
mean.
like, we've all just got like an unreasonable, like really like bad schedule with like work and everything.
It doesn't help with my rota because it changes every like week. It's not like a set, I do the same days every week. It changes. So if we have these few days, like right now, I've been in from like a 10-hour shift. And I was like, all right, shit, we got to get a podcast done. So I've stayed up. I've put the effort in for this week. And hopefully...
You haven't even gone to bed yet. It's actually ridiculous.
I've been up since... Because I woke up about 6:30, I think it was. And it's currently 11:45 in the morning. Like, I woke up at 6:30 at night.
Fuck.
And I've been awake since. It's not too bad, though. It's only, no, it's 12...
Like, you've been up for about
hours?
like 13 hours. 16 fucking hours? What?
Like, think about it. I woke up at 6:30, and then 12 hours comes back to 6.
Jesus fucking Christ.
It's now 11:45.
Oh, dude, so you were there, like, saying when you was... Oh, you were
Yeah,
up
I was
since, like,
talking to you during your stream. Yeah, I'd only just really woke up around then.
That's fucking crazy. How do you have all that, like, energy? Like, for me, I can do 13-hour days. And once I finish that 13-hour day, I'm fucked. I'm fucked for the week. I can't do anything.
Well,
like, I only really get, like, 1 or 2 hours of sleep a night, just for the way that my, like, body works. But...
I used to be like that. Like, we were talking about this before the podcast.
Yeah.
In my old job, when I worked in the kitchen, I used to do, obviously, a full 10-hour shift in work. Then I'd get home and play games all night and only get, like, an hour, like, 2 hours sleep and then do another whole 10-hour shift. And I don't know, I could function perfectly. I'd function fine, mainly because, like, half the time I was working with my mate Colin. And me and Colin are, like, sort of mirror images of each other. We both are as stupid as each other and both are addicted to games and talk about... So we just piss about all day and it just keep us awake. But, like, I don't know how you're supposed to function on that. But recently, if I get, like, anything less than 5 hours, I am a zombie. And I don't get it. But
dude, that's the thing. Like, I'm always afraid of the zombie tactic because, like, I know... Due to the fact that my job, like, practically all my jobs really require me to be a peppy fucker, you know, with the voice acting, with, like, with the streamings, like, with all the, like, when I'm at the bar as well, I can't be, like, a gormless fucker, I've got to make people cocktails and stuff like that. Like, with all that, I've got to be, like, a positive boyo.
Oh, dude,
and, like, with me, if I don't have enough sleep, I can't do life. Because I love everything that I do, but, like, it is exhausting.
Boy, I've got a switch in my head. Genuinely. Like, I could be the worst person to deal with. But the minute I'm behind that desk in the hotel, I am the nicest guy anyone's ever meets, and my voice goes up an octave.
Yeah.
So I go from speaking at this level. So when people, I'm like, "Have a nice day," I'm like, "What the fuck just came out of me?" I'm like, "Oh." I overexert myself into this high pitched, like. customer service man, like, you know what I mean? Like,
And then when they leave the building, you're just like, fucking asshole.
fucking piece of shit, didn't you thank me?
What? Fucking, have you heard of tips, my dude? Fuck you.
Like,
Dude, it's actually kind of strange, really, because I've got like a very peppy disposition. Is that the word?
Despacito.
Despacito, dude. I've got a very peppy Despacito.
Yeah.
Right. I've got like just in general. So like when I'm a moody fucker, you know something has like really gone wrong, right?
Grinded your gears. Back to Seth MacFarlane here. Let's go.
Dude, just has completely grinded my gears, you know.
Yeah, man.
But I don't know. I tend to be relatively peppy with a lot of stuff. But I don't know, dude. Yeah, being a positive boy and stuff like that, it's actually quite exhausting.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you feel like that.
I generally try and be as like optimistic as possible, but there's sometimes like I don't know. I have a short fuse for things sometimes. Like I can be an angry boy for no reason at all. Like
when you lose an Apex, dude, I've seen the monster come out.
Yesterday, I was the angriest. I was streaming as well, so I had to hold back. It was awful. It was just like we were having no luck every single game. We were just like was like a mess. I don't know, and then like I don't know. It was just. I don't know what hit me. I don't even think it was Apex that angered me. I think it was just one of those days, where you wake up on the wrong side of the bed. So the tiniest thing just sort of ruins your mood. It was one of those, because the minute I stopped playing games, ate some pizza and watched some, I think I was watching YouTube or something. I was just watching shit. I felt like a million times better. And I was like, that was a really bad time for me to be streaming. Like, if you watch the VOD, even though it's really hard to watch because I realized I had the wrong compression settings on my mic, so my mic sounds like garbage. If you watch the VOD for yesterday's stream, which would be, let's see, because this is coming out on Thursday, this would be the 19th, I think? Yeah, Like, if you watch my VOD for that, you can kind of hear it in me. Like, it goes from, like, me, Alex, and Owen. Alex, Shotty Froggy from one of the podcasts, way back. Way back, that's weird. But we were talking, we were having a good time, like we were chatting the biggest shit. We came up with this thing about, I think it was me and Alex, I can't remember who exactly it was. We're gonna have a freeway with Ryan Reynolds.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
I don't remember how this came up. I don't remember how this came up.
Also, I want to ask one thing. Why wasn't I invited to the freeway with Ryan Reynolds?
You weren't playing Apex?
Well, fucking, you could have made it a four-way. Send me a message saying there's a freeway with Ryan Reynolds. At least let me watch. What the fuck?
That was another thing. I was like, I'll be cooked by Ryan Reynolds. I don't even care. I just want to watch at this point. But then my mate Owen was the cinematographer of the situation, and he said he'd have a drone for drone shots and like all the 3D camera and everything for for filming it. And then Kermit showed up because Owen can do a spot on Kermit impression. So he was like, "Hey, hey Ryan Reynolds, let me eat that asshole." It's dead funny. And then I remembered Alex can do a good impression, and I was like, "Hey Alex, who just joined? Oh, it's Mickey Mouse is joining." And he was like, "Oh, Ryan Reynolds." And I was like, "What? Scooby Doo?" And I was like, "Ree." Oh, I missed it.
Dude, there's like SpongeBob like watching from the side.
Well, I tried to do Patrick, but it just turned into this orgy of cartoon characters. Me and Alex and Ryan Reynolds all doing it, and in the chat was just like, "Thanks for ruining my childhood." And I was like, "Oh."
Dude, I think there's been so many times that I've done that. I don't know why, but like when you have a tangent. When you go off like that, it's just so fucking funny.
You had one with fucking SpongeBob.
SpongeBob and Squidward.
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob. Let's go jellyfishing. SpongeBob. Let's go jellyfishing.
It just became a mess. But it was like. It was funny because it was fine. I was so like, it was in a good mood. We were playing some Apex and making some shitty stories about cartoon characters, me and Alex fucking Ryan Reynolds. It was a good time. And then I don't know, like something clicked. It was one of those moments. I think it was because I was like really hungry and shit. Like I was genuinely turned into a real diva when I was hungry. I needed a thick Snickers. And yeah, I was in such a shit mood, and then we were playing Smash, and I was just the whole time like, I'm not in the mood to play Smash. I feel like garbage, but I don't want to cut the streams short. So I was like, you know what, I'll go through it, see if I feel better. And then it just hit to a point where I was like, nah, I'm gonna have to call a stream.
Well, dude, that's the thing.
To
like,
sit down and just chill.
Dude, sometimes like for me, like it doesn't happen often, but there is some times where I'm just a moody fucker, and like I'm on stream and I'm just like, I have to stream today. Usually like, you know, usually when I like turn on the stream and I'm like getting into it, then I'm happy. But it's the whole starting the stream thing of like just like, oh, I'm really tired today. I've had a really rough day and I don't really want to stream, but I do want to stream. You know what I mean? But like as soon as I jump in, I'm like super happy because like fucking community is the best. But there's been times where I've just like sat there and I've just been like, fucking dude, I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm really angry right now and really sad and really happy at the same time. I don't know what to do.
So many emotions.
Then I'd like take a break and I'm just like, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna like end the stream. And then I like run around, have like a snack, I watch some anime, and I'm just like, why didn't I do this before?
You have a reset, don't you? Like that's what it was like, because a part of me as well, I think like one of the things I did fully, I don't want to use the word trigger, but it did sort of trigger it. Because I got triggered. Right.
I love the word trigger, dude. It's so good.
Like, I think one of the reasons, another reason for it anyway, because I was already in like one of the weird moods anyway, but I think that fully hit me over the fence was I'm super competitive when it comes to like games. It's just the way I've been raised. It's the way I've been raised. I had 2 older brothers. It was competitive. So playing Apex for hours straight and not getting anywhere with it because I was playing with Alex. Bless him. Amazing at MOBAs. Amazing at MOBAs. Pretty fucking sick at Pokemon. Not a good FPS player. Having him die every single time we landed. And then alongside Owen's game constantly crashing and having issues, I was always one-manning. Like, I genuinely had moments where I took on 2 full teams on my own at half health and won both fights. And I was just like, I am fucking feeling it. But and then not being able to win the game because one of my teammates got disconnected because his game crashed and they won his shit.
Dude, I understand.
So the competitive in me was just like, give me a team. Give me some... Let me have a team for 5 minutes and I'll see what I can do. Like, I love playing with you and Matt Jax. You two are a good combo because Matt Jax communicates stuff and you're... I don't know how you pull some shit off. I don't know how. Like, I don't see you as an FPS player, but you pull some of the sickest plays out of your ass and I'm like, how? Like, I remember that one where it was us, we were at the bottom of that tower. No, the one that has the zip line going up.
Yeah.
I remember we were at the bottom of that, we were pinned by the team up top. And you were like, fuck this, I'm going in. And you just race portaled us right underneath. We zip lined up and just squad wiped. And we were like...
Oh, yeah.
At the end, I just went, Blair, that was the call of the century, boy.
I don't know why. It's so weird. Apex Legends. Every other MOBA has just been so like, you kind of have to be... sorry, my voice is like killing me, but like just as a thing, like you kind of have to be calm, and like and like chill, and like for me, that's not the way I play games. For me, I have I just have like I don't know what it is with Apex. I just have too much fucking confidence. I sit there and I'm just like, is that a team of 3? I can take them. Like I don't know what is in my head.
Together, that is that is my exact same mentality. So when I play with people who like staying back and like sort of trying to like, you know, get a few shots off, weaken them and stuff, me and you are just balls to the wall, running directly at them. Like, let's go, because I want to go back through and clip a few of my plays because they were dirty. Some of them like from yesterday's stream, and like. I don't know. I want to go back. I need to rewatch the plays we had. You know, me, you, and Matt Jackson. We won that like those 2 games right off the bat when we like first played. And that shit was just great. Like, I know we've talked about Apex 3 weeks in a row now, but that game is fucking good. And there's a new gun coming out tomorrow.
There's a new gun coming
There's
out
a new
tomorrow?
gun
Fuck
coming out
yeah.
tomorrow. New energy gun, which is fully automatic
so
and
excited.
can charge to be like a sniper shot. So I'm wondering if it's an energy gun with precision choke attachment. I'm wondering.
Oh.
We're gonna find out. It's already out by now for the listeners. So
Yeah.
did I guess right? Let me know in the comments below.
Let us know in the comments down below.
Even though I'll already know by the time this is up because I'll be playing it tomorrow. Well, today it comes out. Sorry.
Today?
It's today. Wait, maybe I don't know what time zone the tweet was from.
The time's on the tweet? Oh, what you mean the tweet for the announcement?
Yeah, because it might have been before midnight, but it was after midnight for me. If you know what I mean, it might have been in America, so it would have been before midnight. So it's coming out today. Who knows?
I'd say it's the States.
Yeah,
So,
it definitely
so
would
probably
in the
today.
States, but I don't know what time zone it would have been. So hopefully it's today. I can give it a go.
Yeah, exactly. If it's today,
Later
then
or
like
something.
you're just gonna jump on right after this podcast.
I'm
dude.
jumping on right after this podcast anyway. I need my fix, man. I need my
Dude,
fix.
it's actually kind of crazy with how much I really enjoy this game because I've already put around like 50 hours into it already, and I don't normally do that. Like I feel like a lot of people that know like what type of gamer I am, I kind of have a very short attention span for games. So if I don't like, say if it's a single player, if I don't beat it in a week, I probably won't beat it ever.
That's quite similar to me. It's like it really depends on the game if it can hold my attention. I think that's why Battle Royale, because I've got a really shit attention span for games as well. I think that's why I enjoy Battle Royale so much, because with Battle Royale, there's so many outcomes and possibilities, and each fight's unique, and if you, it's like you don't have the same experiences twice, really, because
it's like the mastery of like a battle royale, you know, like you kind of, it's got like simple mechanics, you know, you like since you played battle royales before, you know exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah.
They've just added a couple of extra things. But now that we've got like Apex, which is like a game that you can actually kind of get good at, like at least for me, I know a lot of people enjoyed like Fortnite and all those other games.
Yeah, with Fortnite and like, is there any other? Because PUBG, there was an aspect of skill, but it was a lot more luck. With
well,
like,
it was kind of just like, let's hope that the game like actually runs for you right now. Like,
is that? But it's also like on PUBG, it's like, where you land, will I get the gun I want? Will I get the Car 98, or will I be stuck with an SKS? Will I get like an M4, or will I only find like an Uzi? If you know what I mean. There's so much luck. Whereas on Apex, every gun shreds. I haven't used a gun on that.
and you can just drop kick people. You don't even need a gun.
I haven't used a gun on that I haven't liked other than the Mozambique, but we don't speak of that
Is
gun.
the Mozambique the pistol?
The shotgun pistol.
Oh, I like that gun.
It's garbage. How do you like? No one likes that gun, Blair. You outlier.
No, you're outlier. Well, no. You see, the thing is though, it's just like, it's not the gun that I would want to have, but like if there's nothing else, like I will definitely take it. It doesn't seem that bad to me. To be honest, like the weapon that I hate the most is just the tiny pistol.
I don't mind it.
I can't like I just can't shoot people with it. Like I just can't do
rush and don't ADS. Just rush. Just left click at them. Like because it's you only have it at the beginning of the game when people don't have armor and stuff. So it's it's one of those type of guns. Like it's good for its situation, but then you drop it as the second you find a carbine. Or
you find like
R99.
a better weapon.
Yeah, but
oh
like,
god,
the thing you were saying about punching though, is Joe and some of the lads. I think it was Joe, Connor, and Owen from my group. They designed a new drop tactic.
oh no.
Which is, you go to the area you want, but you slow down on the drop. Wait till you see a squad going there. Follow them down, and then all three of yous single out each member at a time and just punch them to death. We've nicknamed it Smash Bros, and it fucking works.
Oh my god, dude, that sounds fucking awesome.
We did it at Artillery, where it was me, Joe, and Danny. I think, I can't remember if it was. Yeah, it was. And we landed. We took out one squad with just fists. Then another squad with just fists. And then that's when we started playing properly with weapons, and then ended up winning the game. And I had like 11 kills, and I was like, hello? Did we just win a game with a just fist beginning while like wiping 6 players with just fists? It was nuts. It's just so funny because, like, obviously, you know, when you're landing, like everyone splits off from each other to get different houses, don't they?
Yeah.
So if all three of you land on one person, they're fucked because it's only 4 hits. If all three of you land hits and then one more, they're dead. So you can just pound, and then we just ran at the other person, dodging the bullets, and me smoking them with my Bangalore like smoke and shit, just getting them confused, and then just pounding on them. It was so violent.
It straight up reminds me of like you're just using the melee in like Gears of War or something, and you're stomping on them and stuff. Like holy shit,
it was terrifying. And then you do the finisher just for the maximum BM.
Oh, dude, the maximum BM, dude. Oh, I love it. I love the maximum BM. Like there's a finisher that I really, really want for Rafe, because Rafe is the only character that I've ever played in the game. I refuse to play anyone else. I've unlocked everybody else now, but like I don't want to. Just Rafe just works. She's just too powerful to not have on your team.
I think I've got like over 400 kills with Bangalore. Jesus, I can never say it.
Bangalore?
Jesus, Bangalore. And I've got over 200 on Lifeline. I think that's where I'm up to now. God. I'm like level 62 now.
What the fuck? What the fuck, dude?
I've been playing the game. You've been playing other stuff.
I have indeed. I've been playing a lot of other stuff. But,
yeah, you've been playing a lot of VR chat and a lot of Catherine, from what I saw.
Oh, Catherine, yeah. I've been playing a lot of Catherine, dude. This is like, have you ever heard of Catherine?
I watched a while ago. I watched PewDiePie do a playthrough of it when PewDiePie used to play games. That's how long it's been. But I can't remember a single thing about it.
Well, you see, that's the thing.
I want to pick it back up and give it a go because it looks fucking amazing.
It's super goddamn good. Like I was so surprised with how it was, because like before, I got it on my PS3 ages ago, but I couldn't appreciate it back then because I wasn't really like I wasn't really that well. I was a weeb, but I wasn't really into the rom-com stuff.
Oh yeah,
and now I'm like,
it back then,
dude. Now I am the rom-com boy. Like I kind of specifically go out of my way to look for rom-coms and then like animes and shit.
Our jams, man.
What
have we been watching the fuck out of recently?
Dude, we've been watching.
Have we talked about any of these on the podcast? I think
we haven't yet. We
because we had Matt Jax here, didn't we?
Yeah.
So we didn't have a proper chance to talk about it.
Oh my god, dude. We've been
anime boys, haven't we?
We've been such anime boys. Holy shit.
I've been keeping up with this season. I've still got a few animes this season to watch, but there's a few that have stuck out from the crowd for me this season. And they've stuck out for you too, haven't they, boy?
They have indeed.
Boy, name one of them. Name one of them.
Oh, right. So, you know what? I think we should go like straight away and just talk about Domestic Girlfriend.
Boy.
Because like we've semi-talked about that on a different podcast, but now like
Domestic Nakanojo.
Oh no, fucking! I'm just gonna be real with this. Like, okay, so this show, is basically about a high school student, who's in love with his teacher and like has sex with this random girl, and then they become his
fucking
sister.
virgin. and then this girl was all like, "Hey, you're weird like me. You're not like one of those guys who are just trying to sleep with me, want to sleep with me." And he was like, "Go on then."
All right, now you may be thinking like this sounds like the start to a bad like hentai. You just expect the Pornhub logo to be like in the front of this, but like listen, okay, that is 100% not
the corner the whole episode. Like.
Just the boom.
Why did we know that? Ignore it. Anyway, Domestic Nakanojo. No.
Yeah, Domestic Kanojo. It's fucking crazy. Like I was expecting just like a random harem with a twist. I got a random harem with a super twist. Like what the fuck's going on?
I messaged you after like the first few episodes I watched, didn't I? And I was like, excuse me? I was expecting lewd humor. I was expecting overly sexualized, like, oh, you saw me in my pantsuit, like type of shit. Nah, boy. Nah.
No, it's straight up like episode 1 is just like, all right, okay. Oh, I see where this is going. He's gonna have his like harem and it's gonna be great and it's gonna be like, whoa. But then like episode 2, you just like then like you're just like, whoa.
Like, we haven't even explained the main basis of the story. Basically, so he sleeps with this lass while he's in love with his teacher. But then when he gets home, he's talking to his father, and his father's just like, "Oh yeah, you know, I've been out because I've been dating this woman, and I'm getting remarried because your mum's been dead for so many years. I think it's time for us to finally move on and get a new family and all this." And he's like, "Okay, sure." Opens the door. Guess who it is? You guessed right. It's the teacher and the girl he had sex with. They're sisters, and now they're sisters to him. I just wrapped up the whole synopsis for you, baby, and I did a shit job of it.
Dude, it's so strange because I had to remember that this show was actually a harem like a while ago. Because like I don't usually like. Is the thing like everybody's got to watch a harem every now and then just to get it out of your system, right? But I wouldn't say
harems.
that
I adore them.
Depends. If they're more on the rom-com-y side, I'm more than willing to jump on the harem train.
Well, we can jump on the harem
train. But if they're like ecchi, like super ecchi, that's just like, oh no, whoa!
Like if it's like High School DxD style, like harem, I'm not too. It needs to have some class. Like
what are you talking about,
class.
dude?
Just a small level.
High School DxD has class.
Getting attacked and then only the boob part of your shirt gets ripped and titties flop out. Yeah, that's classy. The rest of the outfit's fine, but there's titties hanging out now.
Dude, but dude, actually, speaking of titties, right? Actually, I can't speak of titties about this show because there's like no fan service.
There's not
like at all.
It's like they took the sort of comedy from like a slice of life harem type show, but then mixed it with this like super drama.
Yeah,
and it weirdly works because you've got the glasses cunt who brings the
hella
fresh
Glasses Gun is my
comedy.
favorite fucking
I love
character.
him. He was great,
dude.
I remember because you mentioned to me like this show was a harem, and I was like, really? I was like 4 episodes deep or something. I was like, I don't see how this is a harem. Like, obviously, you've got the teacher and the sister, the teacher and the girl he had sex with. I was like, okay, I guess it's like a mini harem with them two. But now
like
they keep
episode 5 and
introducing
6,
new characters.
I'm like, okay,
it's
kind of crazy, really, with the 2 new characters that they've introduced. Like, listen, I thought I would be a Twin Tails man. I thought like Twin Tails lady would be like my gist, but I don't know, man. She's just
shit got super dark with like all of it.
Yeah.
It's super like they've took like like as I said, they've took the classic slice of life happy comedy, but have thrown in these dark little realistic characteristics.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nuts. But my favorite character so far is that fucking teacher from the latest episode.
Really?
He was super weird, and I loved it.
Oh, dude, that episode
it
where
hurt
they
to
like
listen to him.
dude, no, like it's so fucking creepy. That episode where they're both in like the book club, and he's just like, you know what? Why don't you guys just like kiss right here, right now, right in front of me? And they're just like, what the fuck?
The girl's down, but not at the same time. But she's
like,
just very submissive, I guess.
I don't know. I love her. She's great. I think she's adorable.
Like, the whole show is very good. Like, if you haven't seen it, like we've tiptoed around major plot points here, just in case, because we haven't really spoiled. Shut up, phone. I'll do you in. We haven't really spoiled anything. Really, we've just sort of kept it vague enough that if you do like meet these characters we talked about, there's still shit you're gonna be like, what the fuck?
Whoa.
Like,
yeah.
So I 100% like that. If that first episode doesn't hook you, I don't know what will. Because the way it ends, the way the first episode ends, just made me like, next episode, please.
It's kind of strange, really, with this type of episode, because like you wouldn't. It's a show that I would like super like put it right next to is a show called Scum's Wish.
Right, never heard of it.
So Scum's Wish, you would love Scum's Wish. Okay, so basically whatever happens in the first episode of Scum's Wish happens in like this. So basically, they've got a very similar like thing. Just take the harem aspect and just make it like straight drama. Scum's Wish is you have 2 characters that are just like, okay, so the people who love us will never love us back, so let's just have sex. And then like,
I dig it.
Later on, like the emotions just keep dragging on and dragging on. And I don't know, Scum's Wish made me feel uncomfortable, and so did this show make me feel uncomfortable in so many ways. And it's just, I don't know why. When I was younger, I would be just like, I don't like this feeling, you know, like I guess a lot of people would call it cringe. I don't think cringe exists, but like it's just that uncomfortable feeling now that like hits weirdly close to home in a
Yeah,
strange situation. Like,
There's like one scene in Domestic Kind of Joe that really hit me quite deep because it was too real to me.
which
And
scene, if you don't mind me asking?
well,
Like, is it
it's quite a
spoilers?
spoiler.
Which
Like,
episode? Episode 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
I
6.
don't remember. It was they make noodles after it. It's when he makes noodles after it.
Oh no, that is Scott! I know
Well, like,
exactly what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
not me doing it, but like experiencing someone else, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, it was so real, and I was like, yo, this shit is good. Like, they've done very well with it. Like, that's what, like, it handles a lot more realistic sort of shit than normal anime does, because, like, normal anime is like, oh no, my skirt blew up in the wind on my way to school with my toast in my mouth, and Subaru-san saw me.
Beep,
That's,
beep.
it's like, it's a bit like, I don't know, like, obviously it's comedy, it's like, it's meant to be just stupid and you're meant to enjoy it, but this Domestic Kind of Joe I fully recommend, and it's a fantastic watch, because it's like, it hits you with the hard shit and then also hits you with really funny shit.
It's so weird, really, when I really think about like how my anime taste has changed right now. Like,
Dude,
just
right?
when I was younger, I was just kind of like, I wanted just the characters to just be overpowered and strong and shit like that, and I wanted there to be just adrenaline, but I didn't want to feel any emotions. But now I specifically go out of my way to look for shows that make me going to cry or
Well,
make
'cause
me going to feel something or anything like that. It's
I-
just just feels good.
My anime life has been kind of strange. Like, I started off with Attack on Titan, Sword Art Online, Strike the Blood, sort of stuff like that, where it's
Yeah.
purely action based and all of this, and it's going off. And then obviously the first, I think I've talked about this on the podcast before. The first, like, my first introduction to slice of life comedy was Golden Time, which
Oh my fucking god,
is
Golden Time.
fan-fucking-tastic. I think we've
Whoa.
had this exact same
Whoa.
conversation.
Yeah, I think we have. I think we've actually talked about this one before. But dude, Golden Time, fuck, great anime, great
Oh,
anime.
yeah. I watch it. It's great.
Did you watch
the gay scene was great.
My
boyfriend.
boyfriend.
It's so good.
I fucking love that scene so much.
Me and Joe
dude.
refer that to us all the time.
Oh
Just
my
like,
God. Dude, it's just so perfect. It's so perfect. It's just something that somebody would do. That's just how it is. Like,
Oh, yeah.
well, at least to me, I would do it, but like, I don't know if how many people would appreciate it if I did it. I
yeah,
would
you
just
don't know
go
if the friend you're doing it for would be like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
It
or
just-
would be like, "Play along." Because if you did that to me, I'd fucking play along. It'd be so
Oh,
funny.
dude, it'd be so fucking funny.
What was I saying? Like, that was my introduction to slice of life, and then I sort of stuck with that train for a while. I sort of dipped my toe into like sort of fantasy action anime every now and then,
Yeah.
but never really felt like diving in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I
understand.
wasn't too fond of it, because like every time you'd watch it, it was the same shit. It was like, because I like watching Fairy Tail and stuff. A lot of the anime was just a case of, hey, here's this guy who's super powerful. Oh no, he's about to die, but the power of friendship brings him back. And then it starts like, and he's covered in scales. I'm not pointing specifically at a certain anime or anything here, but you know.
I don't know which anime you are talking about right now.
And he's covered in scales. Oh, fuck.
Dude, I think you even just said Fairy Tale earlier today
Oh yeah,
as well.
I spoke about it before and then tried to vague it out, but it was too focused on Fairy Tail.
Yeah, dude.
I do not like Fairy Tail anymore. Like, I loved it to begin with, but it was the same shit on repeat for every arc.
No, but it's understandable. It's one of those shows where you do like not exactly grow out of, but like it's definitely fits a specific niche of people. For me, I don't know. I've played a lot of RPGs and games like that. So like
Yeah.
like when I've had these like this anime experience before I got into anime. Even though I got into anime super duper young, right? I started off with Dragon Ball Z and Sailor Moon and Pokemon.
I was a Pokemon boy, me.
Right, like I just
All about my Pokemon and Beyblades.
fucking Pokemon and Beyblade.
It's
Let it rip.
Go on, carry on.
It's like I started off very young with anime and stuff like that, but I never got into adventure anime. So I was always like, other than Dragon Ball Z, I guess, adventure anime, but like I wouldn't really count it too much, maybe. But I was playing old RPGs like Chrono Trigger and Dragon Age Origins and things like that. Like I had that I don't know, the whole adventure thing. Like I think it works a lot better in games because you're an adventure. The only thing that I really let off with this type of adventure thing right now is probably like Boku no My Hero Academia.
Well, yeah, I was gonna lead into that. Yeah,
I just
because
I don't know how I feel. Like it's a show that like generally I feel so emotional during watching the show.
Dude.
It's so weird. Like it's one show. Usually I'm a villain guy. Usually I'm just like I want the villains to win every single time. But with like if the villains won in My Hero Academia, I would fucking cry. That's just how I feel right now.
Well, it's
I think I told you this before, but just
go on.
just all my just in particular as like one of my favorite characters in that show, just in general, just the whole like, you know, don't worry. Why? Because I am here.
You hear
like,
it, and then the music kicks in. You're like, oh my god.
It's so weird. It brings on my like whole emotion. Like it's so weird. Maybe I'm getting like too emotional, too attached to this type of stuff. But whenever I see All Might, he gives my like my fact of like everybody like. See, I'm too much in control of my own life from time to time. So like, you know, and when I've got like a problem or like a struggle, I have to sort it out myself, right? And you always have that thing in the back of the mind. You wish just kind of like a hero would like come in and just sort out all the problems for you, like just be there to help you in your time of need. That's kind of All Might for me. That's why I like. That's why I adore him so much, you know? It's Captain Woke! Get the fuck up, kid! You got work to do!
It's like with like My Hero and that. Like obviously, before My Hero came out, I was not into sort of action anime or like anime with fighting and all this. I was just sort of the only anime I'd really watch was things along the line of Golden Time, Nisekoi. What else have we got? Like this, I've watched too many.
Have you watched Toradora?
No, I heard the ending wasn't too great, but I need to give it a go.
All right, we have to do an anime night. That's just how it is. We have to do an anime night.
I've been through so much. And then, like, what else did I watch? There's been loads that I've gone through.
Dude, shoot me the premise and I'll tell you the name.
Well, no, I'm just looking for names. Like, I know what. I'm scrolling through. I've got my anime list open, boy. I'm ready. Because there's Boku wa Tamagotchi ga Sukanai, which was great.
Boku no... what was that one again?
Something about friends. I see Tomodachi in there. What's it?
Tomodachi is friends. Yeah.
I don't have many friends.
Scott.
It was a club. It was like a club. It was a club about making friends.
What do the characters look like? Are they like?
There's a blonde chick who's always called Meat.
Oh, is it like Good Job Boo or something? Shit, I don't. Oh, fucking.
Boy, I'll link you it.
Yeah, link it for me. Link it for me so I can. Like...
But anyway, as a like, there's things along those lines because I just didn't really vibe with too many like sort of action adventure sort of animes. And then along came My Hero, which I hadn't watched because the first 2 seasons were out and I hadn't watched it, but I'd heard everyone raving about it. I was like, you know what? Everyone's raving about it. I need to at least try and watch it. I binged the entire 2 seasons in like 2 nights because I just couldn't stop watching. It's fully flipped my head now from just watching slice of life stuff. I now like need both to balance.
Well,
I've
like you get bored of like one, so you have to have like the meld every now and then. Like for me, I watch everything. I don't like every single genre. It's a shoujo. I watch all the genres. I watch them, kind of thing. I've watched everything. But sorry, go on.
Well, like that's what I mean. Like it's flipped my head. So I've tried to balance out recently with more like obviously I'm still watching a lot of slice life, and then I'm given loads of sort of like action sort of style things to watch. Like I started watching that time I got reincarnated as a slime once, which was fucking great.
So good.
I still need to catch up with that. I'm a few episodes behind.
Have you met Milim yet?
I can't remember. I'm shit with names.
Lolly?
Maybe?
Pink-haired Lolly? The Demon Lord?
The one... No, then.
Okay.
Not the Demon Lord, no.
Alright, okay, yeah, don't worry about it.
I think. No, I'm thinking of the girl with the mask that he takes.
Oh, she's pretty cool.
body.
I like her as well.
Yeah. And then I started watching that one you told me to watch, the World Only God Knows,
Oh, it's so good.
which was really fucking good. It was funny.
Oh, I'm so
then-
glad you got watch that one. That one's such a superb anime. I'm like reading the manga. I'm nearly finished the manga right now, and I'm fucking emotional.
Then, Blair,
Yeah.
what did we both watch recently that was super hype as shit?
Super hype as shit. Are you talking about the Boku no Hero Academia movie?
Hell
Yeah, dude. Fucking
Shit was so good!
dude. I was so shook. I was so shook when I was watching that movie because I was watching it like by myself, and I was like, like anime movies tend to not be that great.
Yeah,
Well, like,
but
see, if they're
with an
original
opening
anime
like
movies,
that-
they're great. But like with like things based on like regular shows, maybe. Like, but sorry, go ahead.
With like the opening like that though, that just it hooked me immediately. Seeing All Might and his buddy Dave, for fuck's sake, his
Buddy
name's
Dave.
Dave. His name's Dave in an
David.
anime, and I adore it because hearing fucking a Japanese guy go David. Arigato, Dave, son.
Dave-san.
Yeah, Dave. Go ahead, lad. Go ahead,
All
Dave.
Might-san.
But just
Stay in
seeing-
America.
Seeing like when All Might took his trip to America to hang out with Dave, and they're just driving around solving mysteries in the fucking mystery machine. That shit was amazing. And I want a whole spin-off of just those two going around solving like crimes and fighting.
Dude, I heard there's an
villains.
OVA. There's actually
Oh,
an OVA out right now, like that does that.
Oh, an OVA?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, yeah.
Where is this?
Dude, it's somewhere, dude. I don't know. I need to find
Lying!
it. I'm not lying. No, it's actually out. It's somewhere. I'll find it for you.
Seen this?
I'll find it for you eventually.
I'll have to, because I've seen both the OVAs. The one with because there's a zombie apocalypse OVA,
Is there?
and then there's another one. Yeah, there's another one with a murder mystery. Yeah, have you not seen those two?
No.
There's two OVA episodes of My Hero. One's there's a zombie apocalypse, and the other is the whole like class has to solve a murder mystery, and they're both great.
Oh,
They're
I
both
think I've
such good
seen
watches.
the murder mystery one. I think
Yeah.
I think I saw the murder mystery one. I'm not much of an OVA watcher. I'm not gonna lie.
I just watch whatever comes up on my anime site. Annie list. There you go.
You see,
Save
like
it.
I pay for like Crunchyroll and stuff like that. So like
Yeah.
I get whatever I get whatever I get. You know.
Well, I keep an Annie list, which is fucking great. If you want to see what I watch, check out Annie list.
Oh.
Annielist.com/Scottscy, I think.
Is it?
I don't know. Oh no, /user/Scottscy. But it's basically just Mal, but nicer.
Yeah.
It's like
I
my
use-
anime
I
list,
use
but
my
it's
anime
so
list.
clean. My anime
Yeah.
list is just ugly. It's not a good looking website. It's got everything you need. It's just not a nice looking website. This is just super laid out and really clean, and you can customize your banner and stuff. It's nice.
I think I think I might change. Just switch over
Joe
to
screams at everyone who uses Mal and tells them to transfer over to Annie list.
I know he's yelled at me before about it. And I'm just like I don't know. You know when you've just got like 900 animes in your My Anime list, and you're just like, I don't want to.
You can export an XML. It's dead easy. It's dead easy.
All right, okay, I got it. Okay,
But
right.
anyway, we're getting off topic. But fucking My Hero film was a masterpiece in my opinion. Even if like the story was a bit weird, I still fucking adored it.
That's the thing with like the story going on, because basically the story goes on of like Deku and All Might are all just like yo, we're going to this like moving fucking island filled with scientists and shit. That's really really cool.
Yeah.
And then he meets his potential girlfriend, and she's all just like, Deku!
Best girl.
Deku, was her name Melissa or something?
Yeah, Melissa. Yeah.
Melissa, yeah.
Because they call her Melu.
Melu, yeah, it's fucking Melissa, and Melissa's all just like, I'm gonna give you a
She's
robot
fucking great.
arm. And then Deku has this robot arm, and then like shit happens. We don't want to say too much about like what happens in the movie,
Well, like,
but you know,
it
go
was
ahead.
really strange because it was meant to be just sort of like a All Might and Deku together, and then everyone else shows up.
oh yeah, I think like with how
I'm
they
glad
with how
they
they planned
did,
it, yeah,
Because obviously they're main characters, they're not supporting roles. They are main characters.
yeah.
It wouldn't be the film without them, but it was also just a case of like it was just like so like convenient that they all decided to go to this expo. Like it was just like sort of me and my mate Danny were watching it together, and we were both just calling out all these excuses of why they're there, and then they'd all be confirmed one by one, and we were just like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, dude, I don't know.
But then from there, it just got incredible. Like, when they introduced Bakugo, oh, I was so excited, because, like, obviously my first impression of the film was it was Deku and All Might, and then obviously they all started appearing, I was like, where's my boy? Where's my boy? And then there's this big contest going on of who can destroy the most robots, and then you just see Bakugo exploding and screaming. I was like, there he is!
You fucking love Bakugo, don't you?
Bakugo is me.
It's
as a hero. It's great. He's just an angry boy that can make shit explode. What more do you want?
That's true, dude. For me, he's like edgy, but it's weird to say this, but like Bakugo, I'm so glad he's in the show. But I got to say, like, I do dislike him, but I meant to dislike him. That's just how it is.
You meant to. Like, I mean, your first introduction to him is him bullying Deku in class. Like,
yeah.
He's not meant to be a good guy, but then through the series, he starts becoming better and starts becoming understanding, but he still tries to hide it by screaming at Deku. It's great.
If there's one thing that I love about, like, Bakugo, though, like, definitely, like, he's a rival that's actually a rival. Because, like, Deku can't fucking beat him.
Yes.
He can't actually beat him, like, at all. But, like, Bakugo, like, even though he beats Deku, he still can't technically beat Deku.
Sees the potential of Deku, and Deku's, like, he can feel that Deku's holding back and knows there's a reason, and you just can, like, you can tell Bakugo just doesn't agree, and that's also why we were talking about it earlier, it's why I relate to Bakugo so much. He's the most competitive person in the show, and that's me. Like, if I saw someone, like, say, if, like, you got 14 kills on Apex, I'd become Bakugo and start screaming.
Or if I got better at Beat Saber than you.
I mean, you did Beat Saber. Like, I let you have that one.
Oh, dude.
The boy's got to have a victory somewhere. I beat him at Osu, that's fine.
Oh, yeah. But listen here, sir. That's all right, dude.
I'm an FPS boy at heart, so if you step onto my turf...
It's actually, no, but actually speaking of, like, My Hero Academia and stuff like that, like, just... No, that's why I really, really like, I'm so glad that the show isn't about Deku. While I love Deku, I absolutely adore him. It's just... he's not that interesting of a character, you know? Like,
it is centered around Deku, but not in the sense that everything happens to Deku. Like, you have the moments where Deku's not even there. It's a whole other collection of the, like, sort of classmates, and they're dealing with their own shit, and it shows, like, all of this perspectives. Like, obviously Deku's gonna save the day because he's the chosen one.
Oh yeah, he's the one with the, like, see, he's the chosen one for a reason, which is what I like as well, because, like, All Might's just like, okay, here. You know, like, it makes sense, right? It would Sorry, go ahead.
It just reminds me of the ending. Sorry, I couldn't let go of that. It just reminds me of the end of the film. I don't want to spoil it, obviously, but the way you're speaking of it just hits me with that last scene. You know, where they stood on the shit, and him and Dave are just like, oh, and you're like, yeah. Tiptoeing about descriptions.
Oh, dude. Well, actually, that's a good thing to bring up as well. I like the fact that Deku tries so hard. You know?
Oh,
like, when I was younger, I was like, oh, dude, I want to be the protagonist.
Very
who's
best, like no one ever was.
Like the very best who can just kill someone with, like, their little finger. And then I realized,
one punch.
That's so fucking boring. Like, why would anybody want to be, like, the super best at the very start of the show, right? Like,
yeah.
It's the thing. It's the
Kirito.
thing. But that's the thing. It's the thing that I have a problem with, like, My Hero. Like, fucking, like, I still like, oh shit, Attack on Titan, fucking, Sword Art Online.
Sword Art Online.
And Sword Art Online, right. But, like, you see, the things with Kirito, and just if I was to bring in the big boys, right, we have, like, One Piece, we have Fairy Tail, and we have,
One Piece.
we have Naruto and stuff like that. The main characters are already so powerful, you know?
Well,
like, that's the thing. Like, even with their, like, going through their training arcs, it really doesn't seem like they're struggling that much.
See, you've given me a segue here.
Yeah.
To something else we've been watching.
Oh, yeah?
Where the character is ridiculously OP from the very beginning.
Okay.
Which is Mob Psycho 100.
That is true. That's true.
Because the way you're saying is, like, you hate main characters that are ridiculously OP from the beginning.
I don't exactly...
But Mob is, and they've wrote it well.
I don't exactly hate.
It's an exception.
Yeah, it's a complete exception. I don't hate characters that are OP. Like there's great exceptions like Overlord, like Mob Psycho, just One Punch Man, things like that. Like it's just the idea of like the show is about them being the strongest and that's it.
Yeah,
you know what
that's
I mean?
what I mean. Like Mob Psycho is the outlier because they all know, like everyone who knows about his powers, know he is the strongest Esper out there. And then you've got Reagan, who's just like, "Oh, I'm stronger. Fuck off."
But that's the thing. Like Mob is very like strong, like physically, but he's not very strong mentally. Like he's just like it just gets like taken advantage by of everyone, dude. It's like
an anime about this guy building up his psychic powers, become the best fucking mage or whatever the fuck. Like, it's about this guy growing as a person and learning to deal with his ability.
Yeah, dude,
it's really cool. And it's him just hanging out with the bodybuilding club.
The bodybuilding club is my favorite.
So good.
Dude, oh my god, just specifically just with all of the friends that Mob has made. Like, I'm so glad that Mob has friends. Like, I can't help like how much like I fucking enjoy, because the first season was all about Mob just kind of like finding himself. The second season is all about Mob finding himself, but realizing that like he can still be a normal kid even though he's a little bit weird and has different powers and stuff.
I want to talk more about this in spoiler sense, but like this episode came out yesterday. Like,
oh, I know exactly the one you're talking about.
Yeah,
Fuck.
where it's like he sort of is just sort of chilling with friends episode, and it's really fucking good. And
oh, dude, I fucking love that episode. Oh, but an episode that we can talk about 100%, which I've wanting to talk about with somebody for ages. I'm actually making a video just entirely at the ending of this episode, because it like super fucked me up. Like super.
I'm intrigued.
Just
Can I be in it?
You can indeed be in it. Dude, I need help.
I'll play Reagan if you want.
Yeah, dude, do it, dude. Fucking, I want you to just go in front of a green screen and do the hand thing, like. But it's the episode 1 of season 2, Ripped Apart. Specifically, the final bit of the episode, where like the waterworks came fucking out for this one. I've never cried so fucking much about an anime.
Give me the rundown again, because I watched all 7 episodes that are out in one sitting, so I don't actually remember the middle points of like episodes. So
okay, so episode 1 is episode 1. I can't remember the start of episode 1, but like the later episode 1. So basically, Mob gets a girlfriend. And
okay, yeah. Oh fuck. Okay, I'm immediately on the same page.
You're immediately
100%. I was so excited to see where that goes, but 6 episodes later, we haven't seen a since.
Dude. No, but dude, just that episode in general, just the ending of that episode, where like I don't know, just so much emotional.
When she starts writing the book.
Well, she's writing the book, and then she's embarrassed that she's writing the book. And then her friends like rip it up in front of her, and then
because she starts writing a new book, doesn't she?
She starts writing a new book at the end.
Yeah.
So like, but like at the during the bit that like I'm talking about, it's like I like when her friends rips up the manuscript in front of her, and she's just like, it's okay, it was a stupid book anyway. And Mom comes over, and he's like kind of like upset, and he's just like, you have to like pick up things that are important. But as like he says that, the music starts coming in, but the music starts coming in as like just kind of like small whistles and stuff that you could like find in a school, and then like as they're like picking up all the pieces, she's just like, that sucks, but like, you know, like I guess this is just how it is. Like clearly upset, but still like trying to be like the bigger person, trying to make it seem like it's not like a big deal. And then Mob uses his powers, and then the full orchestra comes in, where Mob starts using his powers and starts bringing all the pieces of paper like towards him. Like, that was the point where I just started bawling and shit like that. I was just like, ah!
It was real fucking good.
Then he has the thing, and he's just like, by the way, I'm an Esper, right? And then it's just like, then she like brings it close to her, like, and it's just and then like the lady's just on the bottom of the slope going like, fucking smooth, my dude, like,
oh yeah. I got so upset when she popped up though, because it was like, that's like obviously Bob's childhood friend that he's really into, and then she's just like smooth, and I was just like, oh, what's gonna happen next? And then they go, fucking. I like I live for that like slice of life shit. For some reason, it just I live for it, and then for it to not give me it, but then instead it gives me these fucking incredible fight scenes. That's some of the best animation I've ever seen in my life, and I'm just like, I don't know what side of the fence I'm on, but I'm right in the middle, and my balls hurt. Like,
it's actually so crazy. Just like specifically for the fight scenes as well. The music in Mob Psycho 100 is so fucking strange, and it works so goddamn well. Like the season 2 of Mob Psycho 100 right now, like I think it has like one of my favorite soundtracks. Like maybe behind Kill la Kill. Kill la Kill is probably my favorite soundtrack of any anime ever. But then you have this one who's like so close, because it's just so like I had an experiment, and I just kind of like listened to, I closed my eyes, listened to the music, and just seen if it would still be good without the animation behind it. And I just kind of sat there and listened, and I was just like, this is fucking weird. Like, where would you put this? And then like I opened my eyes to the point, and I'm just like, whoa, this actually works so goddamn well with this fight scene, because like the song, because you have like you have choirs in the background just going like things like that, and you have kind of like metal slamming against each other, and then like super crazy synths that don't really make very much sense if you took them all together.
Done a really good job of the soundtrack, because the animation isn't exactly the cleanest, is it? It's like the animation has this sort of weird,
it's ugly, right?
Wobbliness to everything. But it just works so well. So they have to emphasize that weird wobbliness with weird wobbly music, if you know what I mean. They've got to sort of match the animation with the music, or the music with the animation, because you can't do a classic like, you've got the No Hero, you've got You Say Run. That goes with anything you've ever seen in your life. You could go for a jog and it'd perfectly sync up. You could be doing the dishes and it'll perfectly sync up, because it was designed that way, so they could, every single time there's going to be like an epic fight scene, drop that in, and then people are immediately going to go like, oh shit, it's time. Whereas with Mob Psycho, they can't just do that, because everything isn't sort of as formulaic.
Yeah.
It's very like to and fro, because there's that fight scene he's just had. I'm not going to go too much into detail. The one where, you know, they called all the sidekicks together to save this character's something.
Yeah. Well, this character's daughter, that doesn't give too much away.
Yeah, true.
That doesn't give too much away, yeah.
Obviously, like, that episode goes from fucking, yeah, Mob, holy shit, then to like, oh, fuck, like, what the, like, super sad, and then immediately, like, back into, holy shit, like, it just somehow throws you back and forward, and generic You Say Run wouldn't fit that.
It wouldn't at all.
At all.
No.
And like how good was that fight scene?
That fight scene was so good. It's like, actually, speaking of like the emotions during that scene as well. Like, I know I keep talking about emotions and things like that, but like, I'm in a very emotional person.
But emotion is the biggest factor in Mob Psycho, because once he hits 100% of a specific emotion, he loses all control.
Yeah, he fucking goes in.
The point of the anime. Like,
it's just I don't know, with the whole like with that scene in general, like okay, so basically the fight scene is like you know, Mob is being surrounded by a lot of things in his head. That's just the main gist of what the episode is. Like, there's going on. And basically these things are just constantly trying to bring Mob down and trying to like destroy him mentally. But then Dimple comes in. He's just like, Mob, like, I mean,
snap out of it, you piece of shit.
Well, yeah, he was just like, stop being a little bitch. Like, everybody feels these tracks, you know, like, who cares what these people think, you know, like, this guy is just trying to bring you down, like he's fighting another Esper kind of thing, like,
he's fucking your
spirit.
Vibes, man.
And
he's dropping your vibes.
He's dropping your vibes, dude.
Sending those bad vibes,
dude. Fucking Dimple's just like, dude, bring those vibes back up, and
bring those good vibes, man.
Like, holy shit, dude. I just love it so much. I love it so much. Oh my god.
You know do you know what the best part of that fight is?
Yeah.
Mob gets anime eyes.
He does get anime eyes. He does.
It's so weird, because even Dimple goes like, who are you? He doesn't even recognize him, because his eyes aren't these little like semicircles. They're actually like fully drawn, like Sword Art Online anime eyes. And I'm like, That shit's so
Dude,
cool.
it's
It looks
so
so
fucking
weird. I
sick.
loved it.
Oh
It
my
kind
god.
like I'm kind of worried. Like speaking of Mob Psycho, I'm kind of worried for the animation behind One Punch Man season 2. I'm curious because One Punch Man season 2 is a different company,
Yeah.
same writer, but everything else is different, like team wise. So I'm really curious about how the animation's gonna be because the animation team were focused on Mob Psycho,
Yeah.
and it shows.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
holy fuck, the animation and the story is top notch. Like I loved season 1, but season 2 is, in my opinion, already 100% better.
Oh, dude, season 1 was like it was like
It
the
felt like a
pre-game.
pilot.
Yeah, but
It
the
felt like a
whole
pilot, the
season
whole
felt like a
season.
pilot. It was good, but it was very, very good. I really, really enjoyed it. But like now that season 2 has come out and just shown me what this writer can fucking do, like I have such a high bar for him now. You know,
Because he
like
was just a dude who just wrote an internet comic, wasn't he?
have you
Like
seen
he just made
the art?
He made One Punch Man just online, didn't he?
Have you
It was just
seen-
him like with scrollings.
Have you seen the original art for Mob Psycho and stuff? Like the dude's like not the greatest artist, but it
No.
works so fucking well.
But that's why it sort of shows in the anime. The anime isn't the best sort of. I don't know. Personally, it's one of the best animated, and the art style of it is one of the best I've ever seen. But it's not the cleanest. That's
It's
like sort of. It's the point of it. It's meant to not be like that, but that sort of shows what it was. The source material was meant to sort
Yeah.
of portray, wasn't it? Like it was meant to be this rough looking, really distorted show.
I
and
think
it comes
like,
across.
like when you're bringing up those things, like since it's so rough and so unclean, if you get what I mean, you can meld it to exactly how you want. Like when I think
Yeah.
of when I think of original animes and stuff like that, they're kind of like they're trapped to a specific art style and a specific way of the character is supposed to look, right? If
Yeah.
like say like when they go like lazy on some of the frames, say if they don't have enough time to finish a frame in say like Sword Art Online or something, you notice that and you're just like, ugh. Right?
Yeah.
Like but like in
Yeah.
Mob Psycho, if they did that, I wouldn't care, I don't think, because it's still like the scenes that like are supposed to look amazing because there isn't really like one specific art style that they go for. It's like they change the animators every episode in a lot of ways.
Well, because
you know?
One Punch Man did that.
Yeah.
One Punch Man was multiple animation studios that worked on it. Like it was all different styles taken from each studio, meshed into one, which I think kind of influenced how the direction they took Mob Psycho. And it shows, and it works really well. Because like I've started to notice this quite a lot when I watch certain like production studios do stuff. Because you've got Trigger, who've got their like they've got their style, haven't they? And their shows,
Trigger's a little
their
bit different,
shows sort of have a reason to have all the same art styles. Sort of,
Yeah.
it's not the same, but like you can still feel like it's a Trigger show. Whereas A1 Pictures all look identical.
A1 pictures they do every single anime.
It
that they've
feels
done.
like they just copy and paste the eyes from each character onto the next show, and I don't know, I kind of, it takes me out of it a little bit. Like I'll be chilling, and then I'll just be like, oh, this is A1 Pictures. Like I wouldn't even have seen the intro yet. Like I wouldn't even know anything about the anime. I'll see the eyes of a character and be like, oh, there's Kirito. I mean, like
It's kind of
you know what I
the
mean?
thing
Like,
that you think of as well, because you have Studio Trigger, and I think A1 Studio Trigger and A1 did Darling in the Franxx.
yeah,
Yeah, they did. They made that together, and you
think it
can
was, yeah.
definitely see that a little bit. You can definitely see Trigger's art style, but you can definitely see A1. And I think it's a good mesh of both. But you can definitely see the characters are very similar in certain ways.
Okay,
and
yeah.
that makes sense. Like with A1, like I think people see A1's art style and see that it's a very refined, it's a very clean, it's a very
very
like,
clean.
such a clean art style. There's like
It feels very safe, which I like.
Yeah.
It's like a safety net.
yeah,
If you know what I mean, like you see the cleanliness of it, and you're sort of like, okay, I can watch this. Like it's just
I
sort
can
of
vibe
like,
with this. Yeah,
yeah, it's sort of just like it's like when you watch a sitcom type of thing. Like you know you're in for like just a sort of formulaic nice ride. If you know what I mean.
yeah.
But sometimes like A1 pulls out some crazy shit. Like I still need to watch Alicization for Sword Art Online. I've heard it's very good.
It's
But
okay. So
I'm sort of
I had
still
to
haven't.
I dropped it after the first episode. I'm not gonna lie.
So did I. I did the
Um,
exact same.
But I think
It was so bad on the first episode, but I've heard it gets amazing
dude, a lot of
after the first episode.
yeah, that's the thing. That's a lot of the anime like YouTubers and things that I like watch are like kind of they're just like, yo, I'm like unironically really enjoying Sword Art Online Affiliation. I'm just like, really?
That's what, like, because even Joe says he's really enjoying it, and I was just like, I don't know. Like, I watched the first episode, and it took everything out of me to even finish that episode. I fell asleep before the end. Like,
Yeah.
it didn't hook me. It was 40 minutes long of just these kids, and it was just sort of wasn't explaining anything, and it was expecting you to accept this whole new world with all these new rules and just acting like nothing's different, but it's Kirito, and I was just like, what the fuck?
I think
Like, where's this
yeah.
come from?
I think
Why is Kirito a kid?
maybe it's like me. Maybe it's like me and the fact that I just sit there and I can't do Kirito anymore. Like maybe it's
Yeah.
just like we've seen him enough that maybe that's why I couldn't think. And maybe that's probably what my problem was with the show, that I'm still thinking that it's Sword Art Online, you know?
Yeah.
Because like as much as it comes to it, like you take other people's opinions, right? I will still defend the first arc of Sword Art Online because I actually really enjoyed it. But the rest is not for me.
I defend sort of the first arc. The film was good. Ordinal scale. Jesus,
I haven't watched that yet.
And like some parts of season 2, because Sinon is a great character.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, it's pretty generic and sort of what you expect from an isekai.
Isekai,
Jesus.
yeah.
I can't speak today. I need to go to bed for like 20 hours. But like isekai, like, but some shows like this, the modern isekai, have started to show that isekai doesn't have to be this sort of trope, if you know what I mean. Like, it doesn't have to be this sort of formulaic thing. Like, they're working with it and getting some good isekai out there. I'm liking it.
Isekai has become a genre now and not a trope.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's
yeah.
so strange. Oh, but first, before we end the podcast, dude, I've gotta like, I know I'm taking you away from this conversation and making a bit of a segue, but I've got to tell you about this show that I'm watching that I fucking adore. I'm so confused.
Make sure you watch Mob Psycho
Oh, yes.
anyway, listeners. That was the outcome of that conversation. Yes. Watch Mob Psycho.
Do watch Mob Psycho.
And,
it's great.
Domestic Kanojo.
And Domestic Kanojo.
All right, I'll wrap that up. Right, go on.
All right,
new one. Go on.
Okay, this is a new
right
anime, and it's called Boogie Pop and Others. Okay, so
right, I'm in.
Okay, so let me tell you
Say
this
no
whole
more, I'm
situation, right?
invested.
Like, you would think like a Boogie Pop and Others would be, I don't know, maybe it's like a disco anime, maybe they dance or something like that. Absolutely fucking not. It's a murder mystery anime. It's a murder mystery anime, like just a complete mystery anime. So it's hard to explain, but basically.
Okay.
What I would suggest for all the viewers and for yourself when you are going to watch it, because I'm going to make you, every single one of you.
I was gonna say, I think I remember you messaging me and being like, "Watch this," and I was like, "Oh, maybe," and you're like, "No, watch it." Like,
oh, dude, it might be. See, here's the thing.
I've just started these and I can't bother, but
it's one of those shows. Okay, so the first episode goes like this, right? So it starts off like introducing you to these characters, and then at the very end of episode 1. It's the end of that arc, right? So you slowly get pieces of information. It's like you're playing a detective thing of trying to figure everything out. So you're given everything in a different order.
I've heard of this anime.
Yeah, it's like, here you go.
I watched Gigux Winter 2019 in a nutshell.
Oh yeah,
video.
yeah. I think,
and he talked about how much this show fucked with him.
It's super fucked up. Like, you start off, okay, right now, like, the first 3 episodes are like an entire arc, and then like the next 5 episodes are still an entire arc. So the first episodes are like, just you get all this information, but you get it all out of place, and you're trying to figure out what is going on.
Because doesn't it apparently open with the ending of the arc?
It opens with the ending. Like, the ending of the first episode is the ending of that arc. But then you're slowly going through the thing, and you're slowly being just like, oh, shit! Right, you're seeing...
And getting the pieces, progressed to that point.
That's the thing. You're seeing characters who who died still be alive, and you're seeing other characters, and you're just like, wait, what the fuck? What is going on here? Like, what's going on? And then it ends, and then you're just like, whoa, okay. And then that arc
Oh.
ends, right? And then you're just like, okay. But then it goes to the next arc, which is a completely different story. But it still uses pieces from that other arc to explain things, what's in that story.
Yeah.
It's so strange. It's a murder mystery show with like superpowers and shit and aliens and stuff. It's crazy. It's so
I'll have to
weird.
give it a watch because
Yeah.
that's one of those genres I've never really tried with anime. It's like the sort of like psychological horror genres.
It's
Like
it's weird. Yeah.
the only horror I've ever watched was that the one that was a game on PSP, then became an anime.
Game on PSP.
What the hell was it called now?
Oh, I know exactly
I did
what
like
you're talking
two.
about.
I think I did 2 episodes of it on YouTube. I played through it and now it's completely gone.
PSP
Oh,
horror
that's gonna annoy me.
game where you
I think I titled it
where
Hot
you
Titties.
go
It's
to
got a
another school.
Oh, boobs.
Boobs.
Wait, if I search boobs on my YouTube channel, it should come up. It hasn't come up. Cleavage?
Cleavage.
I think I put cleavage in the title. I didn't. What the fuck? I just had it and it's gone. It's like a bunch of kids go to like the school and then it goes to nighttime and shit starts getting spooky and someone gets stabbed through the back of the head through their eye.
Yeah. Oh god, dude, fuck. It has an
I'm gonna
anime.
find it now.
Yeah, we've got to figure this shit out. I do
It's
know what
the
it is
only horror
though.
anime I've ever watched, and the anime was actually pretty fun to watch. It was only like a mini series. I think it was like 3 episodes or something. Corpse Party.
Corpse Party. There we go.
That's the
Corpse
one.
Party. There we go. That's
That
the
was it.
one.
My first title was Satoshi the Booby Grabber. That was episode 1
What?
of my Corpse Party Let's Play.
Dude, Corpse Party was like the original game is great, and then the games like after that are like kind of weird.
Well, that's what I mean. I played the original game. I did like 2 episodes of it, and then never picked it back up because I watched the anime, and then I was like, ugh, it's kind of weird to play the game now. But
It's such a strange game, but I really, really like it. Like, okay, so I wouldn't say that Boogie Pop and Others. That's what the show is called, by the way. It's Boogie Pop and Others.
yeah, I've found it. I've got it. Yeah.
Like what I wouldn't consider it to be like a horror. So, have you ever watched Steins Gate?
Yes-ish.
Oh, okay.
That was
So
the weirdest way to reply in the world. I've watched 2 episodes.
okay, so
3.
basically, it's just
I remember them putting bananas in the microwave.
okay, so not enough to know what I'm talking about. Okay, so
No.
basically it's kind of like a mindfucky anime. It just kind of mindfucks you to the point of you're just like, okay, holy shit. Because certain characters have these powers that are able to do these certain things, and there's certain people that are like have multiple personalities and things like that, and you're just trying to figure this stuff out, but it doesn't quite make sense. But as you're going on, you'll figure it out. You can't watch this. You can't watch 1 episode of this show and then say.
I'll give it a go.
Yeah.
I 100% will. Like, I need some more stuff to fill the void of while I'm waiting week by week for new episodes of.
You will know if you love it
my
or hate it
roommate's
off
a
the
cat.
3rd episode. That's just what I would say.
I'll probably just go through it. You've put your stamp of approval.
Oh, yeah.
You're a good anime boy, so
Exactly. I'm the anime man.
I need to give it a proper go. It's like I need stuff to fill in the gap because I'm like coming to the end of Konosuba now, which was used to fill the gap from My Roommate is a Cat and also Domestic Kanojo and also Quintessential Quintuplets.
Yeah.
And I was gonna segue onto the quintuplets one when we were talking about harems, but we got so lost in the
Fucking
weeb shit
yeah.
that it just sort of lost.
We
Maybe we can talk. Maybe something will happen in this week's episode, and it'll give us something to talk about next week. Who knows?
Who knows?
But yeah, they're the shows we sort of recommend, like from our tastes. Make sure if you are an anime fan to give them a watch because we'll talk about maybe more next episode or the episode after.
Exactly.
I kind of don't like tiptoeing around spoilers because I want to
think
just talk to my friend about anime.
I think for the next
So-
episode, we'll just be real and just be like spoiler
Yeah,
that's
we
just
need
that's
to
just how I feel.
wanna.
Yeah.
We need to have a proper chat, and we
do.
try and avoid proper chats in real life.
We do, yeah.
So that we've got more stuff to talk about on the podcast.
Yeah.
Like we'll be mid conversation and be like, no,
podcast, don't talk to me for another week.
Like just today we were talking. You came on and was like, oh, talking about Mob Psycho, and I was like, no, you're not. We're talking about it on the podcast, boy.
Yeah.
And we talk about Apex updates and all this and all that,
But like that's the thing, guys. Definitely give it a go. As you all know, there's going to be cosplay streams between me and Scott. Very very thing. I am actually going to be cosplaying Mega Man from Konosuba. Like Matt Jax told me to do it, and I was just like, I could totally fucking pull that off.
Darkness.
You should cosplay. Let's do it. Let's do a duo stream.
We need to go TwitchCon. We need to go TwitchCon, man.
Oh
get
my
a full
god.
Squad. Get a girl to play.
If I can get a girl to play.
Kaguya.
What the fuck's his name? Main
Kaguya?
character can.
I think it's Kaguya.
No, it's Kazuma.
Oh, it is Kazuma.
Yeah, because like fucking I remember.
Oh no, his last
Aqua.
name's like Kageyuma.
Dude, I'm just saying, dude, Kazuma. Sorry, Aqua, best waifu in that show, dude. I'm just saying.
Nope, Darkness.
No, fucking Aqua, dude. Fucking, we'll fight. We'll continue this fight next time on the podcast. But dude, where can people find? Where can people find you, homie?
Where can people find me? In my house. Look at me on Blairlex with the funny jokes. Anyway, you can find me over on the YouTube and the Twitch, both Scottscy. That's SCOTTSCY. Also on Instagram, I forgot to mention that as well. I'm also on Instagram as SCOTTSCY. And Twitter is ScottscyYT because my handle's taken, but it's fine. And anything else?
What about your Twitch?
I normally go second, which I normally segue into the Boicast promotions, and it just feels wrong.
Dude, don't worry. I'll
threw my rhythm out.
You can segue those
threw the planets out the line.
No, I'm so sorry, dude. Dude, Pluto is still a planet. Sorry, just
YouTube,
dude.
Twitter, Instagram,
and twitch.tv/Scottscy.
MySpace,
Bebo. Dude.
Well, you can also follow my Annie list, just Scottscy.
Yeah.
Blair, buddy, what about you?
Well,
what are your social mediums?
Well, they can find me on planet Earth.
Shit. I didn't think to look there.
Dude, don't worry, dude. I'm there.
Fuck,
I'm there.
I was checking the planet Globbo in the
You mean the glibba dom? Yeah, dude. That's where my homeland is, and we glibba dom.
You're on vacation for 22 years.
Dude, my dad is named Schnippernop. But anyway, dude, people can find me at twitch.tv and youtube.com/Blairlex. They can also find me on Instagram and Twitter at Blairlex my dude. And they can also find me on castingcallclub.com /Blairlex. Yeah, dude. And also, where can they find the podcast, Scottscy?
Where can they find it other than where they're listening to it now?
Whoa!
What? So, if you're listening to it on any of these platforms, we are available on the YouTube, the Spotify, the Apple Podcasts, the SoundCloud, and the Acast. So you can listen to it wherever you want, which is nice because on like Acast and Spotify, you can both download the episodes and listen to them offline while you're out and about in the world. Maybe you're on the bus, maybe you're on the train, maybe you're on a plane, and maybe in a plane of existence somewhere else. You'll be able to listen to the podcast. Saved to your phone. How crazy is that?
Dude,
so yeah.
I'm so excited. Dude, I can't wait to listen to the podcast.
I went too hard. I've been awake for 20 hours. I don't need this
you need
shit.
to go to bed. You need to go to bed.
No!
Go to bed. Hey guys, welcome back. And we'll see you guys next time on the podcast. See you guys next time.
And it's not gonna come back until next week. I'm trying to do it in tune. Dad is gone.
And he's not coming home ever again.
I fucking love Steve.
Dude, it's me and Steve. I think Steve.
Smooth vocals.